In this video, we're going to look at solving right triangles. Now, we're going to need to recall so, ka, toa, right? In other words, sine of, in this case, we'll use alpha. That's going to be opposite over hypotenuse. Cosine of alpha is going to be equal to adjacent over hypotenuse, and tan of alpha is going to be equal to opposite over adjacent. So we're going to need this information. Most time at this part or this level, we're just looking at the ratios. So if I look at my alpha, the angle that's given, I'm going to need to identify where's my opposite side. And remember, the opposite side is always the side that is facing my angle. So this is going to be opposite. Then the angle that is right beside my, the side that's right beside my angle, that's going to be my adjacent side. And then, of course, the longest side of the triangle is my hypotenuse. Now, let's say we are asked to find all trig ratios, right? So let's say we want to find sine of alpha. Well, let's go up here. Recall, sine is opposite over hypotenuse. So here is my opposite side, which is 8. And my hypotenuse is 17. So what that means for us is it means that sine of alpha in this triangle is going to be 8 over 17. Now, let's say we want to find cosine of alpha. Well, cosine is going to be what? Our adjacent side, which is 15, over our hypotenuse, which is 17. So in other words, cosine of alpha is going to be 15 over 17. Now, if we want to find tan of alpha, that's going to be my opposite side, right? Which is 8 over my adjacent, which is 15. So that means for us, tan of alpha is 8 over 15. So that's how you would find your trig ratios for your respective angle that you're given. Okay, let's look at another example. For this one, let's say we are asked to find, again, sine. Sine of, in this case, our angle is t. Now recall, your sine is going to be opposite. And so in this case, if you want to, we can label here, this is our opposite side. This is going to be your adjacent side. And this is your hypotenuse. Okay, so my opposite, it's going to be 7 over my hypotenuse, which is 25. What about cosine? So if I want to find cosine of t, that's going to be what? My adjacent side, 24, over my hypotenuse, which is 25. And lastly, tan. Well, tan of t, that's going to be opposite, which is going to be 7, over adjacent, which is 24. Okay? So once you're able to identify what side is represented on your triangle, then you should be fine. Now let's look at another type of questions we may be asked. Okay, so here they give us a triangle and we have letters. But they told us that C is 15. This is my hypotenuse. That's 15. And they told us that A is 80. Okay? Let me see here. Let's use another color, because this is what was given in the question. Okay, so C is 15 and A is 80. Okay, now they're asking us to find the sides A, B, and C. Well, we have C already, so we have to find A and B. And we also need to find the angle B. Okay, so now for this, I think the first thing or the easiest thing we can do is find the missing angle. And let's see why I'm saying that. Well, I am saying that because if you look here, we have a right triangle. And so this angle is going to be 90. So we actually have 2 out of 3 angles. And if we recall, triangles add up to what? The angles in a triangle sum to give us 180 degrees. So that means that the 90 degrees plus angle A plus angle B should sum to 180 degrees. So we have the measure of angle A. So I can fill that in. So that's 90 plus 80 plus B equals 180 degrees. Okay, now here we can just add these two. This is going to give us 170 plus B. It's going to be equal to 180 degrees. So now if we want to find what is the measure of angle B, well, we'll subtract 170 degrees. Right? And so B is going to be equal to 10. So the math in me, I like to plug in. So this means B is equal to 10. So I like to put them on my triangle once I figure it out. All right, so B is 10. Very good. Now we want to find angle, well, we have all the angles now. So what we want to find here is the measure of sides A and B. So we can fill in here. Here B is going to be 10. All right, so if we want to find A and B,